This is what your Marvel Rivals main says about you. Alright, first off, we're going to start with Bruce Banner slash Hulk. Now,
Being the Hulk isn't
if
so
you
bad.
play Bruce Banner or the Hulk,
I'm guessing those are the bad guys.
there's really only two options, really. Either one, you're just trying to help the team out, you're trying to help your Iron Man out, make him a little bit more overpowered, or two, you are in the vast minority of Hulk fans, because I don't really know that many, to be honest. So yeah, Hulk's a weird one to pick for sure. He's definitely not that good in this game. You either play Hulk because you love Hulk, or you play him to help out the Iron Man. Just being completely honest, you're either a team player or you're just weird. That's really what it says. All right, next we have Groot. Groot, honestly, in my opinion, is almost similar to Hulk, but not really. If you play Groot, I mean, you're probably a big fan of Guardians of the Galaxy, to be honest. Or you just like having the little guys ride on your back, which is totally fine. I think overall, if you're Groot, you definitely are a team player. I don't think there's any weirdness here. If you play Groot, I think you just want to help the team out and just have a fun pick, and or you like Fortnite. I think there's a small percent of Fortnite players that just play Groot, and I think they're playing Fortnite. But other than that, yeah, I think Groot's very team player. Alright, next we have Thor. If you play Thor, I don't really know what to say about you. I feel like you're just a chill guy. I don't think Thor has anything good or bad really going for him. I think you like Thor, you just kind of like to play your own style. You like to dive a little bit, you like to be a little bit aggressive, but you also like to help the team. I think Thor is a very balanced pick, and I think the type of people that play Thor overall just are here to enjoy themselves, enjoy the game, and help the team out. Overall, if you play Thor, you're just a chill guy. Next we have Doctor Strange. There's two types of people that play Doctor Strange. There's people that play Doctor Strange because, they like the shield, they like the abilities, and then there's people who are absolute losers, which is 90% of the Doctor Strange players. Doctor Strange players, in my opinion, not even in my opinion, it's a fact, Doctor Strange players, for the most part, are absolute losers. They put a portal at the start of every single game and try to fool your not-so-bright teammates to jump through and jump straight off the map, which is one thing, because it's kind of funny. I'm not going to lie. But then there's the Doctor Strange players who you run across who just purposely make their teammates die to charge their ult, which is the dumbest thing in the game. I would consider it exploiting. And most Doctor Strange players are just overall complete pussies. So, yeah, Doctor Strange, 90% of the player base are pussies. The other 10%, I think, just don't really know who they want to play yet. Alright, next we have Venom. I think there's also two types of Venom players here. Now, with Venom, he is a lot different. I think you either chose him because you're like, oh, the swinging looks fun, I want to play tank. He is, a tanky character, I can run away. And then there's people who are meta sweats that just play him because he's really good. Now, I would say that's about a 50-50 because most Venoms suck, but a lot of them play him because he's really good. So if you play Venom, you're either just a big Venom fan, you like to swing around, you like movement, and you just overall like the tank feel, or you're a loser who can't think for themselves and just follows every single tier list they see online. No in between there on Venom. Alright, next we have Penny Parker. Now, if you play Penny Parker, which is rare, there's either two things. You're either really doing it for the team, trying to play some defense, or you're extremely boring. Penny Parker is probably the most boring character in this game. Is she really easy to play? Yes. But she is very, very boring. So, like I said, either you're using her to help the team, therefore team player, but I'd say that's about a 30% chance. I think 70% of the Penny Parker players are just boring people. They're not going to have fun playing this, but they know they're not going to get mad, so they're just going to play Penny Parker because they want to enjoy the game, but they're probably not good enough to actually enjoy anyone else. Next we have Captain America. If you play Captain America, you're either doing it for Thor or you hate yourself. The lack of damage is really shocking. I mean, his great ability is really the deflect, obviously. So, yeah. Captain America, I feel like if you play him, like I said, you hate yourself. Great defensive character, but really no offense here. It's hard to find the enjoyment in him, in my opinion. But yeah, you're either just a team player or you hate yourself. It's pretty simple on Captain America. And for the last tank, we have Magneto. Now, I feel like most Magneto players just play him because they like his kit. Yes, he is supposedly one of the best tanks, but I feel like it's not meta sweaty like Venom is. I feel like Magneto players, yes, they pick him because his stuff is good, but I think if you pick Magneto, I think you just like a He's just like a balanced tank, like a smart balanced tank. His ult's not too crazy or anything, and his abilities, he's pretty tanky in terms of most of the tanks in this game, so he does his job very well. I think you're just a very balanced person. I think you want to play someone who can kind of do it all, so you picked Magneto, and I think that's totally fair. Now, there is still people that pick him to be meta sweats, obviously, but I think Venom takes that role way more than Magneto. Alright, now we move on to the Duelist. First, we have Punisher. If you play Punisher, you're just a Call of Duty player, to be honest, or you were a soldier main in Overwatch. But yeah, if you pick Punisher, I mean, you're just, how do I say this, boring? He's pretty good, but at the same time, you're just kind of playing Call of Duty at that point. So nothing really wrong with it, but you know, we could tell who you are. We could tell you're not a Rivals player yet until you switch off of Punisher. Not saying he's not fun, but yeah, he's definitely just for the Call of Duty kids. Alright, next we have Hela. If you play Hela, I think there's two types of options here for you. You either play Hela because you were told Hela is good and you really struggle with her, or you play Hela because you were a demigod at this game and you absolutely destroy people. There's no in-between on Hela. You either play against a Hela and they're either the worst player you could ever think of, or they're the greatest player to ever touch the game. So Hela is very simple. You're either the best player in the game or the worst. It's very simple with Hela. Alright, next we have Moon Knight. This is definitely another meta sweat pick, but I don't feel he necessarily falls in the same way as Venom. He's kind of in between Venom and Magneto. There's two types of players that pick him, or really three. You either pick him because you really like him as a character, which I love Moon Knight. You know, he's a fantastic character, so this is totally valid. He's a lot of people's favorite and well-deserved. Or you pick him because you like his kit, and not because the meta sweats told you to and because you want to be all sweaty, but you just genuinely like his kit, which is fair because it is really fun. So that's fair. And then you have the meta sweats who obviously just want to win every single game no matter who they play. They don't want the enjoyment, they just want to win, and that is some of the Moon Knight players as well, because he is very, very strong, and it is, yeah, very obvious how good he is. But those are the three types of players you got when you have Moon Knight. Alright, next we have Iron Man. I really feel like there's only one type of Iron Man players, and those are people who just, you know, think Marvel and just assume Iron Man. They're like, Iron Man's got to be good, and they just play him, and they might enjoy him, they might not. You know, you got to try out Iron Man. He's one of the biggest things in Marvel, for sure. So I think, you know, Iron Man mains are just people who like to enjoy the value of things. You know, they're like, Iron Man's an OG, he's been doing this forever, and yeah, I think a lot of those Iron Man mains are also going to be OGs. A little bit older people themselves really appreciate everything Iron Man did. They're not going to be, you know, anything too crazy. And Iron Man mains are pretty much down the middle when it comes to skill. Normally not too great, but not too bad either. Alright, next we have Bucky. I think Bucky's very similar to Hela. You're either not bad, because I feel like Bucky's definitely not as low of a range as Hela, but with Bucky, it's almost like you're playing Call of Duty, but then if you're really good with Bucky, it's like, okay, I'm the best player in the game. I can kill anyone. Because a good Bucky can decimate an entire team. You can kill the supports immediately, then you can kill the DPS, and then everybody can rush the tanks if you're that good of a Bucky. So, yeah, again, with Bucky, you're either the best player in the lobby, or you're still a Call of Duty kid trying to find his footing in this game. Alright, next we have Storm. Shout out Storm. I like Storm. I'm so glad she's in the game. Now, if you're a Storm player, you're either an X-Man fan, which is great, or you just, it's just the vibe, really. I mean, Storm is just such a vibe pick character because there's nothing in her kit that makes her broken or bad. She's just pretty solid. So if you pick Storm, I could tell you got a good sense of style. You know, you're a good person. You know, I think it's safe to say, because if you're a Storm main, you know, just shout out you. You know, what a good player you are. Next we have Black Panther. If you're a Black Panther main, you're obviously a fan of the movies, or you just really love fast-paced gameplay, which is also acceptable. Now, there is some meta sweats that play him, but I wouldn't even say that's what most Black Panther mains are, so I wouldn't count that. I just think you're either a fan of the movies or you're a really fast-paced person, which is totally valid, and being fast-paced is not necessarily a bad thing in this game or in life. So, yeah, valid pick there for Black Panther. Next we have Squirrel Girl. As kind of a Squirrel Girl main myself, I could say that it is pretty obvious what kind of person you are if you play Squirrel Girl. Either A, you're extremely lazy and don't really feel like learning anybody because she's so simple, Or B, you just want to get a bunch of damage, to be honest. You just want to have those big numbers at the end of the game, and that's all you really look for. So you're basically a shortcut kind of guy. You want to get the numbers with the least amount of work, and Squirrel Girl is definitely the answer. She's really easy to play, and still to this day, you think you can get 3 kills with that ult, and it'll never happen. So, yeah, that's kind of what you get with Squirrel Girl. Next, we have Spider-Man. There's 2 types of Spider-Man players. There's the ones that are like, oh, Marvel game, I love Spider-Man, I'm going to play Spider-Man, and then they suck. And then there's the guys that are like, or the people, not guys, sorry. They're the people that are like, Spider-Man's 5-star difficulty, I'm going to learn him, he's going to be pretty good. And then they realize he is good, but probably a waste of time to learn, because there's definitely some better picks than Spider-Man. He's still definitely a top character, but he is extremely hard to master. And yeah, I think the big Spider-Man fans who want to play this game and just play Spider-Man are going to realize that he is pretty difficult to play. He's fun, but yeah, very difficult, and not sure if he's worth the time. So if you're a Spider-Man main, you either love embracing the challenge or he's your favorite character. That's pretty much it. Next we have Star-Lord. If you pick Star-Lord, you either really like the fast-paced gameplay as well, or you are a big Star-Lord fan as well. A lot of people love Star-Lord after the movies, so I again think this is just another fast-paced pick, honestly. He's super fun, and yeah, I don't think there's really much issue here, or you were a Tracer main, to be honest. So yeah, another fast-paced person for sure, and nothing wrong with that. Definitely a valid pick. But next we have Wolverine. Now, with Wolverine, there's only one type of player. You just love Wolverine, or you love getting thrown around. That's probably the same thing, though, to be honest, because Wolverine in this game is pretty horrible, if you ask me, or a lot of people. So if you pick Wolverine, I just gotta say I respect you. You know, you're a very respectable person because you stick with the people you like, and I respect that because he definitely gets destroyed by a lot of people in this game, but you don't care. You like Wolverine, so that's totally valid from you. So being a Wolverine main is valid for sure. Alright, next we have Hawkeye. There's only one type of Hawkeye mains, and it's just demigods. There's not even bad ones, because nobody likes Hawkeye. You only play him if you're really good at him, because, you know, you can just one-shot all their supports and their DPS, so you just play Hawkeye because you're pretty good at him. There's no other reason. You just spend too much time on games, I guess, and you just think, you know, that you're better than everyone, and maybe you are, because Hawkeye is stupid, and, yeah, nobody likes Hawkeye for sure, so we know what kind of people you are, the people that play Hawkeye. You're just going to be a beast at him, and that's it.
We got company.
Next we have Magic. There's also only one type of Magic players, and those are the people who had no idea who Magic was and see Big Sword and are like, I'm going to play this character, and then they end up loving her because Big Sword. So, if you're a Magic main, I'd say you're very simple, very easy to please, and Big Sword. You know, you love big swords, so yeah, definitely valid pick, though. She's pretty fun, not too broken, and if you pick her, you just like what you like. Very simple. Alright, next, if you're a Scarlet Witch main, not Scarlet Witch, I apologize. If you are a Black Widow main, there's really only 2 things. You're either a Black Widow main because you played Widowmaker in Overwatch, which is okay, you know, I guess. Or you're a Black Widow main because you were just trying all the characters and really enjoyed her, which is kind of strange because she's a very sit-back, laid-back person. So I think if you like Black Widow, you're kind of laid back, but you want to get those extreme moments. So if you're going to pop off, you want it to be something crazy. You're a go big or go home type of player, type of person. So that's why you really play Black Widow. You're not really playing Black Widow to get 30 kills a game. You just want to get those big picks to win the team fights. So yeah, very go big or go home personality there if you're a Black Widow main. Alright, next we have Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is the DPS equivalent of Penny Parker. You are just pretty boring. I mean, all you do is just sit here and hold, and your abilities are just very, very simple. So yeah, if you play Scarlet Witch, you're just pretty boring, to be honest. She's definitely not a bad character, but yeah, incredibly boring. Just a very boring person if this is your main. Alright, next we have Namor. The only type of Namor fans are the ones who play or try to play every single character and realize his kit's actually pretty good. And it is. Namor actually has a decent kit, but the problem is it's Namor. one of the most boring characters in all of Marvel. I really only think he was added to fit some agenda because I don't know a single Namor fan, comics or movie-wise. Namor is an extremely boring character, but they added him, and his kit is really good, so you really only play him because you tried out everyone and you like this kit. And so yeah, the type of player you are is an experimental player. You know, you don't really see the face value of things. You like to dig deeper and see what's inside. So I'd say that that's pretty good. Very introspective person. So yeah, that's the kind of player Namor mains are. Then we have Iron Fist. This is the newer Iron Fist. There's two types of players that play Iron Fist. Either the ones that are coping because they don't have Danny Rand, which is sad. Definitely not me because I don't play him, but I do want Danny Rand because he's awesome. I mean, this one's cool too, but yeah, they're the players either coping that wish they had the other Iron Fist and then just end up loving him. And then there's the meta sweat tryhard babies who just love diving in the back line and just boom, 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 like just punching over and over again, the absolute losers, just to get fucked by my Luna Snow. Yeah, that's right, you Iron Fist mains are absolutely pathetic. You try so hard to kill the supports just to lose to me. That's right, I hate you Iron Fist mains. Iron Fist deserves to be nerfed, I agree with that, but that's not even the issue. You can't handle me, okay? Iron Fist mains, absolutely horrible people. At least the meta sweats. The ones who are actual Iron Fist fans, especially if you like this version of Iron Fist, that's totally valid, because I don't think anybody even knows who this guy is, really. And last we have Psylocke. I realized I skipped over her. Coming from a Psylocke main, Psylocke is a very hit or miss character. If you are a Psylocke main, there's one of two things, which I am sad to admit. You're either a Psylocke main like me, who's just a fan of her in the comics, or you're a Gooner. There's no in between. You're either a Gooner or you actually like Psylocke. Like, I like Psylocke. I personally think she should be a support. I don't even see why she's a DPS, and they made her comic skin a Gooner skin you have to buy, which is so annoying because I really like Psylocke. She's a really cool character. And yeah, she's been turned into the Gooner character. She is the Widowmaker of Marvel Rivals, so it's kind of sad. Yeah, you're either a Gooner or you're just a great guy like myself. Alright, now we're going to go into supports, the final, I guess, tier of people. If you play Loki, you are one type of person. You are an annoying piece of shit, because, yes, Loki is cool in his show, but no one likes Loki, let's be honest. Loki's not that cool. If you play Loki, yeah, you probably like his kit, but you also like him because he's annoying as shit. And that's why you like his kit, because you're an annoying piece of shit. And I'm sorry if you're a Loki main coming at you like this, but I don't even have a problem with him. Loki's pretty easy to defeat. He's just annoying. So you're an annoying person if you pick him. Loki is definitely one of the most annoying characters in the game. Not good at all, necessarily. Like, he's probably one of the bottom supports, but he's just annoying. So, yeah, you gotta be an annoying person if you're playing Loki. Alright, next we have Cloak and Dagger. There's, again, two types of Cloak and Dagger players. There's people like me, which I don't really play her, but there's people like me who really enjoyed them in the comics because they're really cool characters. Or you saw they were pretty broken, you enjoyed their kit, and yeah, you really enjoy their kit because they, not gonna lie, they have one of the most fun kits in the game because they're two characters in one, so it's kind of hard to really not enjoy them, you know? So I can't really blame you for enjoying their kit. They're really fun. So yeah, either you really enjoy them or you really enjoy them in the comics. There's no in between. They're not really a meta sweat character. Sure, they can be annoying and they are really strong, but I think they're definitely counterable, and you just play them because you enjoy them in some way or another in terms of storyline or in terms of their abilities. Alright, next we have Jeff the Shark. I hate this little fucker. If you're a Jeff the Shark main, there's two things. Either one, you're a meta sweat, which I wouldn't even say that many Jeff mains are. But the majority of Jeff mains, which pisses me off, are the people that think, oh, Jeff is so cute, he's a little piece of shit, alright? Every time I see him get curb stomped by Hulk, it puts a smile on my face. So, if you are a Jeff fan, you're either A, just a very sweet person, or B, you're a bitch, alright? I don't care. I hate Jeff. Seeing him get curb stomped by Hulk, it puts a smile on my face. It makes my day complete, okay? So, Jeff, yeah. I hate Jeff, and I hate you. Alright, next we have Mantis.
evil is a rejection.
You only play Mantis because you like the kid. There is nothing else. You are a meta crybaby bitch. That's all you do. You only play her because her healing is busted and her support ability is busted. Because no one likes Mantis. Not many people knew Mantis before she was in any of the movies, and she was added to the movies, and even more people disliked her. So if you play Mantis, it is purely off abilities. No one just likes Mantis. That's not a thing. Never heard of. I mean, she's not even a bad character in the movie. She's just kind of annoying. And in here, she's also annoying to deal with. So, yeah, if you play Mantis, you are definitely a meta loser who just follows what everyone says and can't think for yourself. Alright, next we have Luna Snow. You know, I'm a Luna Snow main myself, and I've read her comic, okay? Her one comic. So, you know, you can't get mad at me and say, I don't know, I'm not a fan. Because I do know. Her whole backstory, right? You only play Luna Snow because of the abilities, being completely honest, because no one knows anything about her. No one read that comic when it came out, and no one's reading it now. A lot of her stuff is really just from this game, because majority of her abilities aren't even covered in her comic. Yeah, sure, the snow is, but none of this healing stuff is really covered whatsoever. Her ult is not really covered. I mean, yes, that she is a K-pop singer, they do say that, but again, just everything's not really covered in her comics, so yeah, you really only play her because you like how she plays. You like how fun she is. You like the movement. And I think that's valid, you know, and that's probably a little bit of bias because I'm a Luna Snow main. But yeah, if you play her, you just enjoy having fun, I'd say. You just enjoy fast-paced gameplay. And you like being a team player. Her healing is very good. And you also like killing the divers. You like destroying the meta sweats. And Luna Snow is the meta sweat killer. So, a very good pick if you are against the norm, I would say. Alright, next we have Rocket Raccoon. If you play Rocket, you just love him. You just do. He's not necessarily bad in this game, but he's definitely on the lower end of supports. And if you play him, you just are a big fan of him. And you can't go wrong with that. I think you just love the character. And so you're just a fun person. Because Rocket is such a fun character, and if you're a fan of Rocket and that's why you main him, then you're just a fun person. Like, there's nothing wrong with maining Rocket. There's no ulterior motive. You just like him. You like how cool of a character he is, and that's totally valid. So Rocket is definitely a good choice since you definitely like him for sure. Last but not least, we have Adam Warlock.
Is unattainable.
And no one mains this guy, so it's going to be very simple. If you're an Adam Warlock main, you just enjoy him. I enjoy Adam Warlock, so I play him time to time, but I wouldn't say I'm a main of his. But yeah, I think you just enjoy Adam Warlock in the comics and in the movies because no one mains this guy. I'm just being completely honest. It is so rare to see an Adam Warlock. And the few people that do main him that don't really like him is probably just because of his ult where he can revive the whole team. Because other than that, there's not really much to his kit. He's not too strong or anything. So yeah, you just got to be a fan of Adam Warlock if you're maining him. But that's going to do it for this video. If you want any other Marvel Rivals content and you enjoyed this, just leave a like and subscribe, you know. We can have some ranked gameplay stuff. I can actually rate them on how good they are, but this is just kind of what they say about you. And I wholeheartedly believe everything I said in here. If you play Mantis, you're a loser. Okay, sorry. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe.